Hoodoo Brown is an outlaw legend from the Wild West. He was a sheriff, a justice of peace. He was actually also the leader of the Dodge City Gang, and that's kind of where like the whole Hoodoo Brown outlaw barbecue kind of idea kind of spun from, because outlaws take what's not theirs and make it theirs. So in Connecticut, we don't really have a regional cuisine of barbecue. That's kind of where the outlaw whole theme comes from, is like, we're gonna bring all these regional barbecue specialties. We got Texas with the beef, Carolinas, with the pork, Kansas City with the burnt ends. We decided to go along and take all those regions and bring them to Connecticut. Any chance that we could show people why we love what we're doing, we're all about that. Tuesday through Thursday, we open up at 4 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we open at 11:30. So the fires actually don't really stop here. Once we start cooking Monday at 6, they don't really go out until Sunday morning when we're finishing up for the week. Our hours of the cooking cycle change depending on when we're open.
We kind of have a weird schedule. Somebody's here 24/7, so it's just all over the place for our cook schedule for sure.
Ribs are coming off at 6 o'clock in the morning on weekends, and then on weekdays they're coming off like later in the afternoon as well.
Yep, I'm gonna get stuff loaded. And it will be all good to go.
Brisket's such a big deal in Texas. I just think it's like a showstopper. It's the definition of barbecue. It's fatty, peppery, it's salty, and that's what makes it special.
So when do these get seasoned?
So these got seasoned last night by our seasoning guy Miguel downstairs. And these are going on now, and they'll probably be done around 10, 11 o'clock tonight. Great.
I went to a barbecue school with a world-class pitmaster, and everything was hot and fast. Everything was brisket in 5 hours, butts in 5 hours. 2 years after I went to that barbecue school, my father gave me and my brother for Christmas a Texas trip where we basically had a barbecue concierge. And the first place we went to when we got there was Louis Mueller's, and Wayne was there, and he handed us a piece of brisket, and it just was like the ultimate punch in the stomach. Everything that I knew about what good barbecue was, I was wrong. And it was the most eye-opening trip. I came back and I immediately gave up on hot and fast. I started cooking longer, and then after that, I was like, I found it, it's right here, this is it. This is the most perfect brisket in the world. How could you not fall in love with Texas barbecue? It's long hours, it's community, it's family, and I love that. And we really wanted that to be part of our life here.
This is the worst part about sausage. Having one to hand stuff everything so you touch every single link. And then you get to hand touch every single link again by cutting it.
You're meticulous.
Yeah, touching like 400 pounds of sausage a week.
So basically when it comes to sausages, it's literally just me and my brother, Alan. I'll make the recipes up in my head. He'll mix it, weigh out my seasonings. He'll help me grind the meat, but I'm the only one that mixes. I'm the only one that stuffs.
Our lead pitmaster is Tyler Hodge. He's also known as the Sausage King of Connecticut. Chris had a logo made and stickers with the Sausage King of Connecticut, and he placed them all over the restaurant without telling Tyler. And they were probably up for like a week and a half, 2 weeks before he noticed. And that was kind of like where it all began, and it's a deserved nickname. I mean, he makes the best sausage that I've had. It's the most professionally looking homemade sausage that I've seen, meaning it looks like it was made by a machine, but it was made by hand, and it's special.
What's your number one tip when it comes to sausage?
I learned by reading and looking at a lot of different things, figuring out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So like, I do things completely un-textbook, very old school style. So like, I don't add much liquid to any sausages where a lot of people do. And honestly, just like getting your hands dirty is the best way.
Yeah. Loading the pork butts for tomorrow. Get them started for Ryan. When Ryan gets here tonight, he'll finish them up, wrap them, get ready for service.
Yeah, this has been probably one of the most extensive shoots I've done in terms of the cooking. You guys literally have something going on like 24/7.
So we have a bunch of smokers here. We have 3 Moberg 1,000-gallon smokers. We have one of them's on a trailer, 2 are on skids. We got a 500 trailer Moberg, and then we have 2 Lang 108s, and then we have a BQ whole hog cooker. Some of our Mobergs have names, some don't. We have the one's called the Green Monster. It's green. Our first one we bought is called Mo Vaughn because it's big, it's black, and it hits dingers. He's one of my favorite Red Sox baseball player of all the time, and it was a good homage to him because when we first got that smoker, like our food got so much better, and it was just like, we're hitting it. We are hitting it out of park. Someone's like, you're hitting it out of the park, and it was like, oh, Mo Vaughn. My favorite thing to actually cook is whole hog. It's an adventure to me. It's starting with a burn barrel. It's being up at night, just messing around with fire. It's a night where I could just cook a whole hog is therapeutic.
Pretty normally we'll do hogs, and we have one pulling this morning, so we're getting ready for tonight. We're gonna crisp up the skin, so we got everything.
What I love about Hoodoo Brown's barbecue story is that it's pure adventure. Traveling across the country, learning mouth-watering regional styles of American barbecue, and building something people now travel hours for. That kind of grit and style reminds me of what Huckberry is all about. Huckberry isn't just another men's store. They're the one-stop shop for guys who live for adventure, good style, and discovering what's next. From rugged boots and jackets built to handle the road, to everyday essentials that look sharp but hold up. Everything they carry is curated from the world's coolest brands. I've already told you guys about these super comfortable merino wool t-shirts by Proof that at this point I have in almost every color. But lately I have been really loving these slipper boots by Graze. An insanely comfortable house shoe that have a nice thick rubber sole, so I can also wear them outside if I have to take out the trash or get the mail, and they're also stylish enough that I can go out and get a coffee in them. Seriously, the first thing in the morning, I wake up and I put these things on as soon as I get out of bed. So click my link in the description to shop Huckberry, the lifestyle and outdoor retailer that's got you covered.
My favorite spots to hang out in the restaurant, I love being in the kitchen. I love the vibe of the kitchen. I love the sound of it, the noise, kind of put your head down, go to work. Hoodoo Brown's been open for the last 10 years. May 22nd of this year, we celebrate our 10-year anniversary. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. As everyone knows, it's stressful owning a restaurant. So before we opened, I actually didn't work in a restaurant at all. I'll be honest, the first day, I didn't even want to open the doors. I was so nervous. I was expoing and carving at the same time, and I was wearing a leather apron, and I thought I was hot, and I thought it was so cool. And I was also doing the overnights on top of it. So I'd be here till about 5 in the morning, and I'd get subbed by the next guy, and then I would go upstairs to my office, and I would sleep for about 4 hours and do it again the next day. And I was so clueless, but what we do here is we constantly evolve. We are never done with what we want to accomplish or who we are. We always want to get better.
So this belly's frozen, so basically I'm just trying to pry it open and flatten it out as much as possible. Basically try and flatten it out so then it'll protect the skin when I put the salt on it. Some of these edges are curled up, so I'm just trying to flatten them out, make it so it's just uniform.
So the crispy pork belly, which has kind of become our signature thing, something that we worked on a while before we opened, and we just kept on trying different ways. And the skin will get crispy, but a lot of times the fat would just still be super fatty, chewy, hard to bite through. So we ended up going to the oven, and then we turn our oven to 400, and we pop that in for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. And so you kind of just watch it, and we're literally just going for you take a knife, your finger, and you hit that, and it's like, oh, it's done. So one of the things I'm most proud of since we've opened is the Big Belly Tour. And it's a tour I did twice, 2 summers in a row, because we really want to spread the gospel of how good and unique crispy skin pork belly is to barbecue. The first year I think I drove 13,000 miles in 45 days. And then the next year I did 10,000 miles in 30. I towed a smoker, a 500-gallon Moberg. I had an oven in my trunk and a generator in the side of the smoker because I need that to get the skin crispy. Half the people I didn't know until I rolled up to their restaurant with my grill. And I mean, what a great way to meet someone where it's like, hey, you're ready to cook with each other? It was so cool how many people were willing to just open their doors to us right away. The people at each restaurant we went to, we would give them the pork belly and then they'd make some dishes out of it. Some people would do one, other people like Heritage, the madman that Danny and his team are, they would do like 3 dishes. They donate all that money that we made from those dishes to the charity we're involved in. The charity's Hogs for a Cause. That's what I think is really cool about barbecue now is seeing people use their platform as a vehicle to do something else. At the end of the day, barbecue's fun, the food's great, but like that only goes so far. And we really care about the people we meet, the people we could help, and trying to do more. And it was some of the best moments of my life. Hoodoo Brown is located in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We're about 1 hour and 10 from New York City, 2.5 from Boston, 3 hours from Philadelphia. It's the best of all worlds because we're close enough to a lot of major Northeast cities, but we're far enough in the woods where you would have no idea when you're here that we're close to any cities. It's pretty special, and my family all lives in town. My father owns a burger shop, a butcher shop, and a bagel shop, so this is our little piece of heaven, and we love Ridgefield. Chris Sexton is my partner here. He is one of my best friends.
So I've known Cody since we were in 6th grade. He moved to town, so that was in 1998. I've been in the restaurant industry since I was 20 years old.
He's a jack of all trades. He knew what I didn't know about restaurant, because I never worked in a restaurant until the day we opened. Without his expertise and knowledge of what goes on, we would have been totally just flailing around, not knowing what to do. We have a lot of high school kids and we have a lot of schedules that are in flux, and he does such a good job working with these kids, giving them the perfect schedule to have their life. He really likes to hire athletes, student athletes. They understand teamwork, they understand fast-paced environment, they understand a work ethic. We have a great workforce. It's awesome, and I really am thankful for that for him.
So for us, we wrap briskets, well, I'd say more Aaron Franklin style, pink butcher paper, 18-inch, double folded. We spray pretty heavy so it folds nice, because I'm all about like a really tight wrap. You just wrap, no tallow, no boat, just paper wrap, and it goes back on the smoker until it's done. Do you have tips ripped? Tips ripped. Cool. I don't think there's much else.
Hi, how are you guys? Good.
The mad rush, right when you open, right?
Always.
I like restaurants that are themed, so we had fun with it, and we took that kind of Hoodoo Brown outlaw mentality, and we added, Western photos in our dining room. We have a wanted poster sign in our bathroom so you can take a selfie. Busted up wood all over the place. The whole restaurant is, half of it's busted up wood, half of it's corrugated steel. We really, really wanted to make people in Connecticut and in the Northeast feel like they were being transported to a different area down south.
Do you want some time or know what you're having? Yeah, what can I get for you?
So we're a full-service barbecue restaurant. We have hostess, waiters, busboys, busgirls, bartenders, barbacks, you know. It's a little bit different than what you get at most barbecue restaurants, but for us it's fun because it gives us a little more opportunity for a conversation.
We want you to come sit down like you're eating a meal at a 5-star restaurant, but you're getting that hometown background barbecue flavor.
Crackle ribs and slaw. Enjoy.
Barbecue may not be the cuisine you think of when you think of Northeast and Connecticut. Connecticut is known for pizza. Connecticut pizza's been a thing for years, but you know, probably over the last 10 years, it's becoming a major focal point for the cuisine in Connecticut. Got Sally's, Pepe's, Modern in New Haven, but that typical New Haven charcoal style is cool because they're cooking with coals. So when I taste it, I literally feel like I'm eating almost something barbecue because it's got that smoky kind of char flavor like a brisket would have. So we have a lot of specialty drinks here. You know, we want anyone who comes in the bar to be able to get anything they want. And you know, we have the beers, we have wine, and then we have some pre-made cocktails like a huckleberry lemonade.
Huckleberry vodka, lemonade, a little raspberry liqueur. Just a super simple sipper, easy to build, easy to make, super fast, super easy. At Hoodoo Brown, everything here is big, bold flavors. And you need something that can stand up to it and also cut that richness. So we love to have cocktails that can stand up to the big, bold flavors.
We got some pork belly, brisket, interstuffed potatoes, beans for you. Appreciate it. Of course, enjoy. Pretty exquisite beans.
So we have 2 combos on our menu. One is the Holy Texas Trinity, a full rack of ribs, a pound of brisket, and 2 sausages. And then the next one is called a Table Breaker, and that's for our groups of say 8 to 10. 2 half chickens, a full rack of ribs, a beef rib, and then you get 2 choices of 1 pound of meat. So we have our Texas style brisket that's been cooked for about 16 hours. You know, it should be, you know, the fat should be rendered well and nice and juicy. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder.
It's like that brisket like butteriness, you
Right.
know what I mean? Like so beefy, so
Definitely.
delicious.
When you get a good brisket, it just always hits.
I gotta get another piece of that. That was so good.
We also have beef ribs, brisket on a stick, dinosaur bone, all of the above. It's all those. Those who could eat a whole one, more power to you. I don't know how they do it, but man, I see it. I see it too much.
I'm very impressed with how well it's cooked.
Awesome.
Like how rendered the fat is, how tender the meat is, but it's not mushy though.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
still
yeah.
has texture to
Right?
it.
Tyler, Ryan, and Alan, they do such a good job. I'm very proud of them and very lucky too. And our sausages are made all in-house. They're made with all the extra scraps that we trim off of our pork and our briskets.
So you said this is the Thai
Yeah.
chili? Okay. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
they got a
great
green color, yeah,
that's
right?
a showstopper.
Yeah.
Just that green. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
I think this is a chicken sausage.
It's crazy how the texture of that, it wasn't until I tasted the flavor
Yeah.
I could tell like, wait, this isn't pork.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
so juicy.
Yeah.
It could have been
Same
a pork
looking at it,
sausage,
I thought
right?
it was.
Yeah.
And we ate it. I was like, it's definitely, yeah, exactly.
Shout out Tyler, man. These are great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love whole hog too. I love seeing where all the cuts come from. I like watching them cook differently and trying to figure out why. I love the different taste, texture, and then I like just chopping and mixing it all up together and seeing if you could distinguish what you have in your mouth when you're eating it. You know, we're heavily influenced by, you know, whole hog cookers of Sam Jones and Rodney Scott, and even Elliot Moss and, you know, Zach Parker. That's good.
That's crazy
right?
good. Okay, so I gotta say this, okay? So for these videos, these trays are sitting for like 20, 30 minutes before we dig in because I gotta take pictures, I gotta do B-roll. Like this pork is like so juicy,
Yeah,
delicious,
right?
salty. It's like perfect,
Yeah.
man.
Cool.
There's just vinegar in there.
Just vinegar.
Oh my
And
gosh.
there's like a sweetness, and I think it's just like the mixing of the kind of different cuts. Like it brings out different flavor as opposed to just pulled pork.
That's
which
one
is
of the best whole hogs I've ever had.
Awesome. Heck
That's
yeah.
crazy how
Yeah,
good that is.
that's
right?
really good, yeah.
I'm really not exaggerating.
And
That is
sometimes
so
you'll get
good.
it, and they look at it, and it's like, oh man, it looks dry, but when you move it around, like
It's not.
It's not.
All barbecue places cancel pulled pork. Do this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
This beats brisket. That is so good.
He said it first.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
I love pork belly. My favorite thing is you could hear it when people bite it. Like you know when it's right when you can hear it across the room when someone bite into a piece of pork belly. And it's not so crispy where you're nervous about your teeth, but it's so crispy where it's like, damn, that's good. I think it's the best bite in barbecue.
Let's go. That's like one of my favorite bites in barbecue
Awesome.
so far. Yeah, that's so good. It's so pure. It's so porky. It's so like perfectly salty. This is so unique. Even though you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, it's a Texas barbecue tray.
Yeah, yeah.
But the actual experience as we're going through it together, really well executed. But it's allowing the meat to speak for itself.
Yeah.
Everything is shining so brightly that should shine.
Cool.
Right.
Barbecue gave me a life. It gave me a reason, and I'm all about spreading the gospel of barbecue for the rest of my life.